And here, you can see the young larva. You see little pearly white things.
Those are the babies in there.
That's right. Look, LeVar, over here you can see a bee feeding one of the larvae. She'll stick her head in there and deposit some food, nectar and pollen to the larva.
And then she'll cap the cell with wax and the larva will grow inside?
That's right.
Ooh, what's going on over here?
That's a brand new bee emerging for the first time. You can see her poking her head out and chewing her way through the comb. She's gone through the stages of egg, larva, and pupa, and now she's reached the adult stage.
Wow, a brand new baby bee. What's going on at the front of the hive, Tony?
The ones facing inward are fanning to cool off the hive. They're directing their air currents right in there into the entrance. Because they have to maintain this hive at 93 degrees for the larva to develop.
And bees know exactly what 93 degrees feels like?
Pretty close.
I noticed there are bees constantly coming and going here at the entrance to the hive.
Right, those are the foragers. And those are the bees that are going to the flowers for nectar and pollen. You notice, LeVar, some of these bees are carrying pollen in their pollen baskets. Those are the bees with the orange balls on the side of their legs.
Yeah, so these guys have just come from the fields, huh?
That's right, but they don't bring all the pollen back. Some of it's deposited from flower to flower on their body hairs. And that's really the bee's most important job, passing pollen around.
That's how flowers
produce seed and fruit.
Right. You know, Tony, bees lead a very busy life.
That's right, LeVar. And let's let them get back to work.
Good idea. Now, I know there's a way to get the honey from the comb into the jar. I just can't figure it out. But professional beekeepers like Dave Smith can fill this jar and 100 others in no time at all.
When you have as many bees as I do, you have to extract daily for at least a week to get all the honey out of the combs, and it's a pretty long day. So I put the boxes on the truck, drive them to my honey house, stack them up next to the extractor. I make sure they're nice and warm so that the honey will flow out of the combs really easily. The bees cap over the frame of honey with wax. I have to take these cappings off with a hot knife. So it's meant to melt the wax and cut the wax as it's coming through the cappings. As I uncap the honey frames, I line them up in my uncapping tray and let them drip out until I need to load them into the extractor. Extractor starts to spin, the honey is thrown to the outer wall of the extractor. The honey runs out the tube at the back end into the clarifier. Now when that honey gets to a certain height, it's pumped up into the holding tank. Open the spigot and draw off a nice, clean jar of honey. Everyone has a favorite way of eating honey, but mine is straight out of the jar.
We're busy bees, we live in the hive. Working together is what keeps us alive. We got jobs to do, so excuse us please. We're busy bees. We fly to the fields in the early morning hours to get pollen and nectar from out of the flowers. We'll make honey from the nectar that we found. We'll take some other pollen and spread it around, which will pollinate the flowers and make more grow. Then with pollen and nectar to the hive we'll go. We're busy bees, busy bees. Back at the hive, our home sweet home. We store the honey for later in the honeycomb. Let me introduce you to some royalty. It's a hard-working lady, that's our queen bee. She lays eggs all day and doesn't miss a beat. Other bees have to feed her cause she has no time to eat. She's a busy bee, busy bee. Hatch into larvae and we feed them too, and we guard the entrance. There's so many jobs to do. We work real hard and that's not jive, and that's the latest buzz from inside the beehive. We're busy bees.
Unlike bees, people don't store their prized possessions in honeycombs. We keep them in libraries. And if you comb the shelves for some interesting books, you'll find many to keep you buzzing. Here are some I think are honeys. But you don't have to take my word for it.
Did you know that if not for honeybees, we'd be missing some flowers and plants and trees? And if you'd like to find out why, I've got a book for you to try, The Reason for a Flower by Ruth Heller. It really ought to be a bestseller. You'll learn how pollen is collected by bees, and when it blows in the wind, it can make you sneeze. You'll also find out how seeds are born. Some may be the kernels in your popcorn. Flowers that eat insects are called carnivorous, and animals that only eat plants are herbivorous. The pictures in this book are great indeed. You'll even see the world's biggest seed. I'm Jeffrey Nunner, and I recommend this book. So go down to your library and take a look. If you read the facts once or twice, you'll know them. But the big surprise is, this book's a poem.
Hello, my name is Yanuka, and I just read a wonderful book I really enjoyed. It's called The Lady and the Spider, and it's about a spider who lives in a lady's garden. A spider comes to live on a head of lettuce in a lady's garden. The leaves are the walls and ceiling for her house. When it rains, the water falls from the leaves into a puddle, and that makes a swimming pool. One day, the lady picks the lettuce from the garden so she can eat it for lunch. Now the spider is trapped. The lady begins to throw the spider out, but she changes her mind. I learned a lot about spiders, and also something else. You should think twice before killing bugs. I would like you to read this book too, because it's a very nice story.
Hello, my name's Mark. Have you been going buggy trying to find a funny joke book? Well, I've been reading this book, and it's called Going Buggy. It's by Peter and Connie Roop. It has me cracking up. You'll find lots of funny wordplays in this book, like this one. What kind of insects are the best builders? Carpenter ants. Here's a funny joke. Why did the spider spin a web? Because she didn't know how to knit one. The pictures alone will get you and your friends laughing out loud. After you read this book, and I'm sure you'll like it, share it with your family. It will make for some great laughs. Try to get your hands on Going Buggy.